I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, it's topless. I lock in, I got this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this, I fucking promise. So lit, do not miss your chance to cop this. Will you capture it, or just let it slip? Oh shit, I wanna be in, cause my rap is tight. No really, they just give a fuck that I ain't black and white. I'm not anyone else, man, I'm one of a kind. So sit back, relax, and listen one more time. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless. I love the girls that fuck with my music. Getting referrals from the girls, love to booze it. Party and lose it, that's the life I'm choosing. Not losing, that's my 2 cents, so use it. You know I'm back, as a matter of fact. I'm better than ever, never been better. I know that I wrote that. Sipping on some coke and no jack. Could stare and bitch and take a pic. Kodak, I'm threatening the game, cause money and fame, they don't affect my brain. It's fucking all the same. I'm sick of hearing about these Insta names with Insta fame. Take a pic, sick, you're lame. A quick fix to shame. You lick dick for fame. A thick chick is slain. A chick picked to lane. I think I've gone insane. I think I've lost my brain. And honestly, I'm a motherfucking novelty. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless.
You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast. If you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Leave now. Run to your safe space. Get your little cloth for your tears. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any local or government agency. Welcome to Throw Together Friday night episode.
Well, it kind of stemmed from yesterday. We started having a conversation. The good thing is, I bet you JoJo will pop in here because she gets Saturday mornings off. Over in Australia, she'll be sipping her coffee.
Yeah, she might be up.
So basically, I told the Iceman, I said, I keep listening to these damn Louisiana crime. And I said, y'all ain't got shit on Florida. And he goes, yeah, we do. So I'm sitting there dumb thinking, I'm like, how about we do Louisiana man versus the Florida man? See who has the worst bullshit. So it's kind of like poker. He's going to go, I'm going to go, he's going to go, and then we're going to see who you guys vote to be the fucking craziest. That's the easiest way to put that. Hello, Sarah.
That's what we're going to do. And do our best with it anyway.
There's some doozies.
We're going to try. So everybody go like, subscribe, hit the bells, share it. Help us. We keep getting bigger, a little bit bigger and bigger. What's up, Roy? And
what she said. Hey, Roy.
Also, I got to do it. We got Melissa H is a crew member on a Patreon. Also, Natasha A is a crew member on Patreon.
And they get coffee cups, right?
Yep, won't be soon as well. Melissa already said which one she wanted. I'm waiting for Natasha to pick hers out, and the we got another person. They get shouted out on Wednesday. She got to let, and they got to let me know who they want to have a telephone conversation with. Melissa may want to have a telephone conversation with Holstera. I'm not real sure.
She might.
So this thing's moving weird tonight.
At the bottom?
No, my beard. Look, it's like.
Hey, at least it's on.
I don't know why it's acting like that, but anyway, you can go if you would like to get extra stuff. Got the Patreon out. I already have 2 episodes on it. I got some cameos on it that I've made for the guys. Hopefully they're working. If they're not working, somebody's on there. You need to let me know.
I forgot to check that earlier.
You may have to have the Cameo app. I'm not sure. I'll try to figure it out. They have some pictures and stuff like that.
Well, if you want a conversation, get in the car and drive over to the clubhouse.
So you will have to, if you want to have a telephone conversation, you will just have to join the $10 one. What's up, Kevin? I saw you just got off of live. I had gotten a chance to jump on there, and I was on there earlier. Earlier today, I was trying to give Alan a hard time. I don't know if you saw it in the chat. Because I know how he is about the Queen of England stuff, and I was trying to poke the bear a little bit, but he didn't take the bait on it.
I watched the show the other day. He was talking to a governor, and it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah, Mona, Mona, the Miss Mamu had jumped in there today because I shared it on the clubhouse feed. She jumped in there today too. I saw. So we're getting some of our people over there. Yeah, I was trying to poke him a little bit, and he didn't say nothing.
Not a problem, man. You got a good show. I like the guests and stuff like that.
Yes. So if you want to join the Patreon, go ahead. It helps us out. If you don't, not gonna hurt our feelings. I'm still gonna keep pumping the free stuff out also. So the ones that are, we appreciate you a whole bunch. Had another one today. So.
Hell yeah, we could always do a big old branded, like both of us or all of us going live together. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I just still have to use a filter because I'm still full-time law enforcement. It's the only way my boss lets me do it. So.
Adam, if you're talking about like the state, I'm in Central Florida. He's somewhere in the swamps of Louisiana.
We're down south Louisiana. Not all the way down south, but we're pretty damn close. But we thank you for joining us.
You go any farther south than us, so you become more northern.
Yeah, you can't get much more south. Well, I guess I get to start off.
You get the first one, jump into it.
I do. This we got a fella here that I got a little picture of him. Here he is, right here. This not the young guy, the older guy here. He got out of prison recently. He, exonerated. I think he had been convicted of rape. I think we might have talked about it not too long ago. He was convicted back in 1979 for rape. He was thrown out from DNA evidence back in 2018 from Jefferson Parish. He's now seeking to be compensated. If the man is innocent and didn't do it, I believe he should be compensated. I don't think he should. They should give him no, $400,000 a year. I mean, they could look at his education, see what it was. Let's say he could have possibly earned a normal wage for Louisiana. Let's say so about $50,000 a year. So they should give him like $50,000 if he's innocent. Give him $50,000 a year for every year he spent in there, because that's around probably maybe what he could have made. So I mean, I think they're arguing though that because it says the Louisiana Fifth Circuit Court of Appeal says he's entitled up to $400,000 to $40,000 for each year he was wrongly in prison, up to 10 years only. To me, I think it should be around 50 or 60. I doubt the man was able to be making
now, is that on top of a civil
$400,000
lawsuit for wrongful arrest and stuff?
Well, I don't know. He's 62 years old now. The DNA evidence that was collected way back then, of course, they didn't have DNA. They couldn't check the stuff. Right. Came back to neither him nor the victim.
Shit.
Yeah, so he got out. But they're fighting it, saying just because that didn't come back, it still don't say that he didn't do it or something like that. So, I mean, personally, give the man, I think, deserves at least, if they paid him $60,000 $50,000-$60,000 for 10 years, or I think they should give him for every year that he was in there. But they should give him a couple $1 million. The man just spent from 1979 to now. He's 62 years old.
Let him enjoy the end of his life.
And
ruined the beginning of it.
He did all that time, and he's not guilty. Yeah, he just he. I think, like I said, I'm not saying just make people millionaires, 100 million, but he deserves a couple $1 million for what he could have made while he was out working.
Well, shit, look at the Ford case. You got two 80-year-old people driving in an F-350, and it rolls over, and they die. Now, they were like 80 years old. They only had, 10, 15 more years to live?
Yeah,
they're not the Queen of England. And they give them $2.5 billion.
Yeah, man.
So.
But, yeah. Oh, that's right, Adam. I'm actually the one on the Facebook page that it sent you a friend request and sent you the thing to join the page. So, welcome. Preeville's not too far away from me. But that's him. I mean, that's my opinion on what everybody thinks. I think the man, if he's innocent, he does. Y'all took this man's basically his whole life has been taken away from him. He was like 20-something. He was young. It was 1979. He got locked up, and he just got out in 2018. His whole entire life. The only thing,
unfortunately, the only thing the man knows is crime.
Yeah, he's retirement age now. Give him enough money where he can enjoy his life and not have to worry about it. So. Because
shit, he don't even qualify for Social Security because he didn't put enough work in.
Yeah, so give him something. Anyway, it's my opinion. I don't know what y'all think about it, but man deserves something.
All right, now
it's your turn.
You want to jump right into Florida? This is my stomping grounds. All right. Of course, it's got to be fucked up, but thank God it happened where it did. Pinellas County deputies arrest a Port Richey couple. Port Richey is Pasco County. Pinellas County is the county to the south of us. Pinellas County deputies, there's a reason I say that, arrest Port Richey couple after two children were exposed to fentanyl. Detectives from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office assigned to the Crimes Against Children Unit have arrested a Port Richey man and women for child neglect. Yep, there they go up there. They definitely look like they're smoking some fentanyl. The investigation began on June 10, 2022, after deputies responded to a resident in Dunedin, which is Pinellas County, for reports of an unresponsive 2-year-old child. When deputies arrived at the residence, they observed the child had labored breathing. So basically, the babies were overdosing. So the people were home at the time, all that good stuff. They needed to build a case, so the detective stepped back. The reason they did have to issue several doses, not just a dose, several doses of Narcan to the babies. The second child was 1 year old. They had to bring them back. Well, the reason I say it is, thank God this happened in Pinellas County, and the Pinellas County Sheriff he's spot on. The man does his job. He's very proud of his county. Because they're in Port Richey. Had this have happened in Port Richey, it may not have ever been investigated. Child Protective Services may never have gotten involved. We kind of have a shaky county here in Pasco when it comes to actually doing proper investigations and locking people up. But either way, these bastards are going to prison. They are going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for child neglect and attempted murder and all that good stuff. So that's terrible news. I didn't see anything as far as the babies go. Children were exposed to drugs. I assume they survived. Otherwise, they would have said so in here. But yep. More kids having access to their parents' fucking dope because these shitbags up here, or here, anyway, I can't take you serious. Anyway, they, passed out doing their dope, left the shit laying around the house, and these babies, what do babies do? They touch, they put it in their mouth, they do things, and bam, they could have died.
Well, it could have been as bad as we had that little 3-year-old down here.
Is that one where they jammed the alcohol down her throat?
No, we had a 5-year-old that got a hold of some fentanyl 3 times. We talked about it on one.
Oh yeah, but CPS never involved it. That's more like a Pasco County deal.
Yeah, so
they would have been like, "Oh, they're fucking outstanding parents."
Well, at least this little child didn't die.
No.
right?
No, they did not. There was 2 of them involved. One of them was like 1, one was like 4.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, they had to Narcan them several times. So they were, change your damn face. But, they were out of it.
What's wrong? You don't like me?
No, Bam said the same thing. She can't stare at you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be new. All right, the other one wasn't working quite right, so we'll go back to the old original. There we go. I like my beard one, but the beard wasn't working. I like the fat face.
Your next story is funny as shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to pull it up. This let's see. Adam says getting child protection properly involved is really miracle work after pulling teeth and giving burnt offerings and altar. That's correct. I don't know if you read recently and the stuff that's been going on in the news down here in Baton Rouge. I mean, the governor refused to pull the woman down that's in charge of it, and of course they're just making all kind of excuses and shit for it and stuff like that.
Is it parish by parish up there?
No, well, you have the same state agency in each parish, but you got one lady over all of it. Oh, and obviously there's a failure going on because we've had kids being raped and all kind of other shit like that.
See, down here we either have a private organization or the sheriff's department takes it over. Like for instance, Pinellas County, they're very proud of taking care of babies. Polk County, Grady Judd's always arrested, 150, 200 people a week trying to sleep with babies. Certain sheriffs, it's kind of like they have a niche. It pisses them off, so they put a lot of resources there. So that's how they do it down here. And then in Pasco, you could have a girl that smoked a joint once, but if you're a heroin junkie, you get your kid back.
What's up,
hey, Jeremy?
Guess something came up.
Giggity.
All right, I'm going to try to do this screen share stuff.
No, he wanted to come on this weekend. Liberty Freedom Whiskey, not this one.
Yeah, but I told him about this one.
Yep, next one. We're going to ground pound.
All right, we're going to try. This on 2 FedEx workers got into a fight, not with each other. They had rushed some dude. I
think it was a UPS driver.
I don't think so. I don't know what it was, but they were beating the dude up, and I'm gonna bring it up. We're gonna do this screen share stuff.
Yeah, the former police officer, Adam, I'm with you. Every time I've had kids removed, they come in and go, "No, the house is fine." Needles and dog shit all over the place.
All right, here we go. This guy talking on here. No, it's Holster. I don't know if I got your sound done right.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
The guy talking, videoing this, he sounds like he's got a broke jaw or just, I don't know, he got something stuffed in his mouth or something.
You're in the bayou.
No.
They tearing it off. I already knew they was gonna get it up there. I caught the whole place. 3-on-1. 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 3-on-1.
They beating the crap. I'm not gonna play a whole bunch of it because YouTube done took this video down several times. So I'm gonna bring us back to our main screen. He should stop echoing now. But yeah, you all can see that he is getting the crap beat out of him. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. Something was wrong with that dude because it was like that's all I could hear.
Maybe he just got dental work done.
Maybe that's what Pam's saying.
So I'm thinking that's 2 FedEx employees in the Postal Service fighting a UPS employee. We're just going to go off that narrative.
I don't know if it's a UPS guy.
No, he'd be wearing brown.
And he should not be echoing anymore. So.
Echo.
Well, I have to hit a certain button when we on screens.
Yeah, but there's really no context to that fucking fight. I would love to know the rest of it.
So, Adam says he can't tell how many times he had been a part of removing children from horrendous situations. The only SCBS dropped the ball in the court, returned the children back to the same situation. Adam, I've had some of the dealing with them where I'm like, they left the kids there, or just, I'm like, I would have took these kids. I wouldn't let a dog sleep in his house, and they didn't take the kids. I mean, there's lots of it. It's hopefully they'll fix it, but who knows? I know some people.
It's going to take the right person getting in charge.
I know some people that work for OCS that are damn good people, but I mean, just like being in law enforcement, if your hands get tied, there ain't too much you can do about it.
Right, you could be the best cop in the world, but if your police chief fucking finds your ass, you're screwed.
So I don't know what area these FedEx people were in. If your package was late that day, that's why. They were too busy beating the shit out of somebody. The news did say that these people, or whatever company they work, they are no longer delivering packages. I'm pretty sure
they're going to go work for Amazon
unemployed. Next. Let me tell you what I saw yesterday on the way home. Saw an Amazon chick in her van going down the interstate, eastbound, and I happened to look over because traffic is traffic. We were probably running about 45, 50. I look over. She's got her earpiece, talking on her phone with one of them big old plastic, one of them big styrofoam white to-go boxes from the restaurant, wherever she got it from, with a fork, eating, talking on the phone, and driving with her knees in the Amazon van. I was like, yeah, okay.
Well, those are not Amazon vans, right? Very rarely will you see an actual corporate Amazon employee. Well, it's a franchise now.
It said Amazon on the side of the fucking van.
You go buy a van for like $30,000 and then pay Amazon a certain amount of money, and then they start paying you like weekly.
Right,
it's buku bucks. There's people making like $10,000-$20,000 a month doing it.
I think these are actual. We have an Amazon facility here, so
yeah, so
they might be. I think it was an Amazon van. So, well, the next one we're going back to Pasco.
Yeah. So you're going to hear me bitch a lot about
Pasco. Going back to Pasco.
So if we go and we go flashback, a couple months ago, I went ahead and I was talking about how my wonderful sheriff here in Pasco County has came to the ultimate decision that he cannot handle the responsibility nor the finances to manage the jail, and begged the city council, please take over the jail. I don't need that budget anymore. Please take it over. I just can't handle it. So they said, sure, we'll do that. This young lady up here on the top of the screen, she is very capable of doing this job. She is basically going to be a civilian warden.
She don't look real young.
No, she has multiple degrees. Multiple. I mean, like when I say she's qualified for the job, even if.
But does she have common sense? Is she just book smart, or does she have common sense?
Well, I believe she's got 31 years of experience in the prison. So she actually has life experience as well. That's not only just book smarts. Now, she could have been the warden back when Naco was in charge of it, Naco being the sheriff of Pasco County. I would have just handed her the reins and said, do everything. You're in charge of this. And he would have been allowed to save part of his budget.
But when people get a certain amount of power, they don't like to give that power up.
Well, I understand it. Well, he gave it up anyway. He handed it over to the city council. So he's like, here, y'all take over it. Well, now remember, he's been begging Pasco for money for a long time. And it was hilarious. Now, they wouldn't give it to him, but the minute he gave them the jail, now they've added a bunch of money to the budget to hire a bunch of more employees and stuff like that. But the whole thing that gets my goat, everybody, is when you work for a sheriff and the sheriff runs a jail, you're a corrections deputy. We have in America privatized prisons, which is essentially what this has now become. This prison or jail is going to be ran by civilians with civilian oversight. Shit don't work. It just doesn't work. Good luck to this young lady. I hope she does a great job until we get a good sheriff in position that'll take back the jail and run it as it should be.
Well, you know what else don't work, right?
What's that?
OPP. giving people teddy bears and Rice Krispie treats in a hug and saying,
No, it ain't
this
gonna
is
be like that.
this is your safe space. The jail is now your safe space.
Because
You
OPP
can
was
come."
taken over by a civilian that never had any law enforcement experience.
Well, I know, but it's the sheriff now.
Right, but this young lady, look, anybody can run for sheriff. We both know that. It's a popularity contest. But at the end of the day, this young lady, and I hope her all the success in the world, especially because I want her to be successful. That is the jail that's in our town. 31 years of actual Leo experience beats the shit out of being just popular.
Yes, it does. Hello, Aaron. Glad you can make it. This next guy, I think this was Holster's cousin.
Might be.
Came down to Louisiana.
No, he's got more hair than me.
Got himself a little echo. Got himself arrested. This dude here, I'm going to put a picture of him up, and y'all going to say, Jesus Christ. Because, he don't look like Jesus Christ, but...
Looks more like the devil.
It's bad. Is this a scary looking dude or what?
It's fucked up. We actually flip-flop stories. You've got a story almost identical to mine.
Yeah. Is this dude, like, scary looking though? Look at him. I can almost, like, dig in his ear.
I just need, like, half of the hair on his head.
Right there. Anyway, he just got sentenced
Got a beard like that deputy we talked about yesterday.
Yeah. He got sentenced to 25 years of hard time.
That's rare.
He tried to abduct several 14-year-old girls at gunpoint in Springfield, Louisiana. This man tried to kidnap. It was foiled when one of his teenage victims grabbed the steering wheel of the SUV and forced him to crash.
Meep.
Good for her. You let it look like the Muppet beep. You right. Showing your age there. Watch out there, Adam. The victims were both 14 years old at the time. Told investigators they were walking along McCarroll Road in Springfield when Levine pulled up alongside them. He reportedly pulled out a gun and said, "Get in the car, little girl. I got lollipops." Of course, they did get in the car because they didn't want to get shot. Anyway, she got in the car. He took off down the road. She grabbed the wheel. She jerked it. They crashed. All three were taken to the hospital. He told a different story about what happened, but they found a gun inside the vehicle, corroborating the teenager stories. Part of his sentencing, he must also register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. It should say when he gets out of prison, he has to have his penis removed from his body. Absolutely. And permanently sewed in his rectum. Okay.
I mean,
that's what I think. Because this dude was going to take them little girls and probably go rape them and kill them somewhere. That's what kind of look at him. That's crazy eyes. That's crazy eyes right there.
That's what I was getting at. Is this motherfucker's a little bit overzealous, isn't he?
Yeah.
Don't most people like kidnap one person at a time?
He took two.
This dude was just cruising, down the fucking interstate in his car, like, oh, there's another one. Get in.
Well, he saw him walking, and again, it was a crime of opportunity he took right there. But yeah.
Oh, okay. He didn't like pull over 3 different times.
No, it was. I think they were walking. Said they were walking down the road together, so it was a crime of opportunity. He's like saying them and just he had some kind of fantasy, and he was going. Thank God they did what they did, oh
yeah, they'd probably be dead. They need to do the same thing like we do with cattle. Castrate them. You just take that little rubber band and that squeezer, you squeeze it open, put it around the junk, let it go, but it all just falls off over time.
He ought to be, I think that once they cut his junk off, he should be permanently sewed inside of his rectum. And then, yeah. What? I mean, you don't think that's a good idea?
A sausage and feed it to him.
Yeah. Then do a surgery and reverse his colon area, so he has to shit out of his mouth. So
turn him into a human centipede.
Yeah, something like that. It's just but good for them girls. I'm glad they're
smart thinking.
Mom, dad, somebody taught them to fight back, because if not, they'd probably both be dead right now. If this motherfucker, hopefully he never comes out of jail. Hopefully he dies in there. So that's a sick bastard right there. He wasn't even from Florida. That Louisiana man.
Nope. And we're about to tell a tisk for tat story. It'll sound just as familiar.
Oh, we're gonna talk. You can tell it. I got a whole video on it.
Oh, on this one? So basically, down here in Newport Richey, Florida, which is once again the wonderful Pasco County, this does not fall underneath the judicial area of the sheriff. Obviously, this falls underneath the police chief, the new police chief, because the last one got arrested a few months ago. Regardless, a corporal was transporting a teen, and there was allegedly some stuff going on, and they felt that there was enough to terminate the officer. But I will let the Iceman play the story, and it makes it pretty.
So we got video
case.
1. Yep. Oh, let's pull this video up and watch it.
Police officers off the job after an internal investigation involving allegations of misconduct involving a female minor. It is a story you will only see on 10 Tampa Bay. A former Newport Richey officer was fired after a teenager reported he allegedly groped her and took her phone to look at naked photos. Reporter Liz Crawford uncovered the whole incident.
You didn't see that?
It's important to note that where that officer's standing is not in Newport Richey territory.
Did you see what I did?
You muted it. Did you put a holster for mayor flag in front of the building?
Yeah.
I can't run in that jurisdiction.
Just watch me.
Fucking pervert.
While the officer was transporting the teen to the Juvenile Assessment Center.
A story so unbelievable, the chief of police thought it had to be made up.
It was unfathomable that what she had alleged had occurred.
According to an internal investigation by the Newport Richey Police Department, in July, Corporal Bobby Labrito was transporting a 17-year-old runaway to the Juvenile Assessment Center when he started to look through her phone, where he eventually found a video of her twerking.
He found a video of me twerking. He watched 3 videos of me twerking.
The girl alleged he then...
Sounds like a man.
Nah, they're using voice protection.
Yeah, I was sitting there twerking and I said, damn girl.
opened her Snapchat and found a photo of her topless. She said while looking at the photo, he hit something on the road.
He called somebody and was like, hey, I just hit a deer.
We got the dashcam video from the alleged incident showing the car hit a deer.
Because he was looking at the picture.
Later, once parked, according to the investigative documents, the girl said Labrito grabbed her buttocks while he was placing the cuffs on her.
Damn.
And lifted her shirt up and grabbed her breast.
And then he's like, you owe me.
During the internal investigation, Newport Richey PD reviewed vehicle video, cell phone records, and other evidence.
I had enough to know inappropriate behavior occurred. Okay, she said, he said, but enough to make me believe her.
In August, after 5 years with the department and 10 before that as a police officer elsewhere, Officer Bobby Labrito was fired.
Chief, these allegations could be considered sexual assault. Will he be charged?
No.
Not enough for a case.
To prove. I had a preponderance of evidence, but I didn't have probable cause.
According to the report, Labrito denied looking at inappropriate videos and photos of the teen. He also denied fondling the girl. The detective on the case told him his testimony was inconsistent with the video evidence. He replied, yeah.
And it was like, wow, I need to deal with this, and it represents our department.
The chief says this investigation shows why it's so important to come forward.
If it wasn't brought to our attention, what might happen another time?
Liz Crawford, 10 Tampa Bay.
We did reach the former officer. He did not want to comment.
Newport Richey police tell us Corporal Bobby Labrito had a clean record when he was hired, even being recommended to the department. The chief says that will no longer be the case if he tries to get a job at a different police department in the States.
This case,
well, no, now, motherfucker.
The full copy of it goes to FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. And they review it and they determine whether he can maintain his certification. It would be beyond my imagination to think that someone could read that investigation and hire him in a law enforcement position.
During his exchange with the minor, investigators say Librito also misused the David database. That is a confidential government resource for officials to confirm information about Florida drivers. Investigators say he accessed the 17-year-old mother's personal information and allegedly asked inappropriate sexual questions. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement oversees officer certifications. Our 10 Investigates uncovered how some officers fired for excessive force continue to work.
Okay, in the state of Florida, the way this works.
I'm going to let you talk, then I'm going to talk.
If they cannot bring criminal charges upon him, he will be able to keep his certification. Now, don't get me wrong, this whole defamation that's up against him, this may be the blackball that allows him to never get rehired. They'll just tell him, oh, you don't qualify. But, yeah, that's kind of shady. Now, what they're not saying in the news article that I read in the story was that supposedly, like, when he actually approached the young lady to search her, he turned off his body camera. If that's true, obviously that throws a red flag. But once again, and everybody fucking uses David like that. The only really restriction I knew that we had to have is we had to be in contact with the person we're searching. Go ahead.
Call him bullshit.
He needed to go, huh?
No, he didn't.
No, I mean, the department just said he needed to go.
He said, the chief in the news article said, he said, she said, if this dude actually, if he's saying, I had a preponderance of evidence. If you had a preponderance of evidence, why didn't you charge him? Why didn't you charge him? Because you didn't have, you had her word and his word. This dude had
a lot of hearsay.
This dude had 18 years and didn't have one blemish, not one complaint, not nothing on none of his records at all. And it's all of a sudden out the blue one day, he's going to just grope some. Did you see the video of her when she got out the car? He's going to take his career on the line for some little fat bull dyke looking little chick. Come on now. Come on. Oh, well, that deer was standing there. If he was driving 60 miles an hour down the road, you know you ain't going to see it at night until you're right on top of the damn
Oh, hell
thing.
yeah, especially our key deer. Our key deer are only as tall as you've seen it in the video.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only as high as the bumper.
And she's like, oh, he was in because he was looking at my phone. What teenager do you know right now that does not have their phone password protected out?
Right.
What is this? What is the juvenile doing with naked pictures of herself on the phone?
Well, she's a mother.
No.
You didn't hear that part? The 17-year-old mother?
No. Oh, her mom?
No, she is a mother.
Oh, so, but
you know, she's got great upbringing.
I think
anyway.
This is my opinion. Like I said, our show. My opinion. I said it to. They were wrong. They shouldn't have fired that man unless they had enough evidence to charge his ass too. And they say, oh no, but now if he goes to work somewhere else, we're going to blackball him. Man, fuck you, dude. I mean, if I did something wrong, charge me. Charge me. If I broke the law, charge me. All you have is this little girl saying something, then y'all can't prove nothing. And like I said, I've done nothing in 15 or 18 years. You don't even have a complaint on me, and just all of a sudden, I'm going to put my career on the line for some little fat chick. Come on.
We've had this discussion about Pasco County, the level of corruption around here. I mean, the police chiefs get removed all the time for breaking the law. They all go to jail. The mayor has been removed several times for illegal acts. It's been several different mayors. It seems like they get the job, they get arrested. So I'm not surprised that this new police chief is in there and says, you know what? Fuck him. He's gone.
Yeah, well,
I don't want nothing to do with it.
He's so scared to get. They so scared of getting fucking sued and everything else nowadays.
They just fucking fire without doing research.
They done fired this dude, and basically, since you fired him, basically you're admitting wrongdoing, so you opened your ass up for a civil lawsuit anyway. And they said, well, when the investigator was questioning him, and they said this and that, and he went, yeah. You know why he probably said yeah? Because he already knew where this shit was going and what they were trying to do to him. So he knew whatever the fuck he said, it wasn't going to make a difference. So he probably just went, yeah. Just like that.
I think there's only like one woman that works for that department. It's a small fucking department.
Yeah. Teens like to lie. You're correct. Adams, like, he get hired in Louisiana. It'd be seen as a political move within the sheriff's department. Well, he was in the police department, but like I said, Terrence is maybe like the big girl. Did you saw the dude? He was in very good shape. I'm sure he didn't need to go attack, trying to get in some little fat 17-year-old's pants.
Yeah, he's like, he put his hand up her t-shirt. And I'm like, what?
So,
look, there's a lot better things you get fired for, bud.
Roy, I mean, if I arrest a female and I arrest her, I mean, I'm going to have to transport her. So, I mean, I don't understand if she had been arrested somewhere else and he was bringing her to another place and she was leaving one facility for another one, they should have at least had a female with him, something like that. But I think there's something else here.
No,
like I said,
she was arrested in Port Richey, or Newport Richey, because the reason I know this is because Newport Richey's on one side of the county, and the jail is completely on the other side. That road, that's why I said that didn't happen in Newport Richey, where you hit that deer. That's the long-ass road in the middle of BFE that goes all the way to the jail.
Like
so he's transporting.
I'm calling bullshit. You going to fire him? You don't have enough evidence to fire? I mean, to charge him? But you saying, oh, well, the preponderance of the evidence? Well, if you got that much fucking evidence, charge me. Charge him.
Yep.
If you got enough, charge him. Put cuffs on him. And then if he did it, throw his ass in jail. Because you know what? I don't think he did anything. I think this is a department. The chief's like, oh, God, I'm going to get sued. So, out the door. I
thought he's going to get fired by the new mayor.
I done seen it too many times. I done seen almost 30 years of this shit. I've seen some cops get railroaded with shit. And, just because. So we're gonna go on though. But like I said, I saw that. I was putting this shit together tonight, and I was watching that video, and I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker!"
Well, I sent it to you, didn't I?
Well, yeah, but I had to go find the video and download it and do all the shit to put it on here, and I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker here." So this next one is a weird ass story out of Louisiana. I've never seen anything like this before.
Goes with the chicken fucking story.
It's not the chicken fucking story. No, that's the wrong picture. I don't think I put the picture up. Anyway, it's a picture of a German. We all know what German Shepherd dogs look like.
That didn't look like a German Shepherd.
It did look like a German Shepherd. This happened, I think, in Hammond. Yes, Hammond, Louisiana. They had a German Shepherd got stolen. Deputies say that a group of people pretending like they were part of some animal rescue group stole these people's dog out of their yard. And now they're asking the public's health to bring Fido home. The Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office said the German Shepherd's name is Smokey. And he was stolen from his home on the 29th of August. Surveillance footage from the home showed two women and one man swapping out his leash and stealing him. When a bystander asked what the group was doing, they reportedly said that they were part of an animal rescue group with sheriff's deputies believe is fake. Sheriff's Office, anyone for information to know where Smokey is, please call 985-345-6150.
He's alligator bait.
No, they probably sold them. But these motherfuckers, this ain't their first rodeo. Oh no, we're with animal control. This poor dog is needs to go.
First off, I don't know who the fuck's training the German Shepherds in Louisiana, but I got two of them that take both your fucking arms off at the same time.
Well, this was a friendly German Shepherd. His name
there ain't no such thing.
Smokey. But anyway,
friendly towards their owners. They eat everybody else.
Obviously not, because this one didn't. But Smokey's missing with fake handlers. We need to bring Smokey home.
Yep. So everybody look for an imaginary German Shepherd, because Iceman didn't put the photo up.
Bring Smokey. You ain't
gonna fight no way. They turned him into gator bait.
They did not.
Down here, that's a big ass thing.
Why would you steal the dog just to throw it for gator bait?
Bro, there's literally people in Pasco that it's on the thing when you go like say, hey, I have a dog that's 2 years old. I can't have him because my apartment says no. Like, people pop in there like, hey, I'll give you $5, I'll give you $20.
You bring those to the Chinese restaurants. So
no, they take them out and they use them for shark bait and shit like that.
You go to a Chinese restaurant and they make chicken on a stick out of them.
Exactly. If you just walk around peanut butter whiskey, Smokey will show up. Because that's Old Smokey.
This peanut butter
this next story is
delicious.
This next story is like a 10-second story. If you guys remember last week, we discussed a dad that, basically the mother called 911 and stated that their son has been shot, and he ran outside with his dead 5-year-old in his hands, and they went back into the house to realize that not only the 5-year-old, but the 8-year-old was also shot. The 5-year-old, this is a follow-up story. Yesterday actually, the 8-year-old boy was released from the hospital after being being shot by his father. The 5-year-old did not survive. He's going to prison for the rest of his fucking life.
I got video.
Hopefully not of him doing it.
No. Well, what I got.
See, there you go, Adam. Dogfighting is still a big thing.
Police officers off the job after an internal investigation involving allegations of misconduct.
Father accused of shooting his own children. His 5-year-old daughter did not survive, and his 8-year-old son is improving. Still in intensive care. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan has more on the boy's condition, what happened in court today, and why the investigation hinges on what the mother has to say.
We learned in court today that 8-year-old Jermaine Bass has been upgraded from critical to stable condition, but still has a bullet lodged in his skull. His father, also named Jermaine Bass, did not appear for today's hearing while prosecutors argued he should be held without bond.
There's no reason for this man to execute and attempt to execute his children. And that, again, supports the state's argument. This is an individual who is too unpredictable and too dangerous to walk the streets of Hillsborough County.
Detectives testified that Bass has claimed the shooting was an accident, but that evidence at the crime scene says otherwise.
If Mr. Bass is...
Yeah. How do you accidentally shoot both of your kids?
Hey, I know where that's at.
It's like I'm cleaning my gun. Bang! Oh shit! I shot one of my kids. Bang! Come on.
And both of them are very well placed headshots.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice fucking try,
really?
Jackass.
Come on.
No, they just need to take that dude outside of the jail. They don't even put a blindfold on him. Drop him to his knees and take him out.
That's too quick. That's too quick. He gotta go slow.
If you look, I've got days where I don't like my fucking children, but it doesn't mean I would ever hurt them with great bodily harm. Hey, JoJo, we actually figured we would do a special episode tonight just for you.
and you showed up late. No, you don't accidentally shoot both of your children.
No.
Both your children? Really? We'll just finish playing on some of it.
There you go, Aaron. Just minor bodily harm.
Yeah.
Statement to you all is that it was accidental. What were you all relying on as far as charging him with premeditated murder?
The fact that the accident doesn't explain 5 rounds being fired into
You'll never get it.
Children that are on 2 different bunks.
And while
5 rounds being shot and it was an accident.
You will not get premeditated murder on that charge.
No, they should have hit him with, down here in Louisiana, it'd been 2nd degree.
It's 1st degree murder, but it's not premeditated. He'll still get fucking life, but he won't get life. Yeah,
but 5 shots. 5 shots, really?
Maybe he just sucked that fucking bad. It all because they didn't say whether all the shots hit him. They just said like they got hit in the head.
Yeah. She looks like she believes him, don't she? No, I'm just joking.
Judge agreed that the evidence against Bass is substantial. She took State Attorney Ron Gale to task over a misrepresentation made in his petition to hold Bass without bond.
Don't put that in a motion if you're not going to prove it. It's disingenuous.
With no prior record, Judge Catherine Catlin ruled she could not deny bail.
I'm finding that the state has not met its burden. As much as I realized everybody will be shocked by that, I want it clear that I follow the law.
We also learned today that Bass's wife and the children's mother hasn't exactly been forthcoming with detectives.
Wow.
Homicide detectives say Shirley Bass has refused to allow them to see her phone.
She said her phone was with a friend because they were pulling photos from it to prepare for Jayla's funeral.
Charge her fucking ass too then.
Can't, not in Florida.
That she would give me the phone the next day, which was yesterday, 9/1/2022. When I asked her for that phone yesterday, she said she didn't have it. It was with her attorney.
Shirley Bass was in the home when her children were shot, but detectives say she insists nothing was wrong that day, and she claims she's not sure her husband actually shot their children.
Oh,
the
Jesus.
fuck? Casper did it? The gangster ghost came up in that motherfucker and just started slinging rounds around? Come on now.
Well, like down here, you can't pop a direct relative either by marriage or blood with, like, interfering with an ongoing police investigation. Like, they're allowed to lie to you. It's not like normal.
Now,
Yeah, it's
8-year-old
bullshit.
Jermaine Bass has regained consciousness. Detectives have not yet had a chance to interview the boy about what happened to him and his sister on Monday night. Outside the Hillsborough County Courthouse, Kelly
I mean, my
Cowan,
baby ain't
Fox
going to be
13.
right for the rest of his life. He's got a bullet lodged in his brain.
Well, hope to God they don't let mom.
Oh, they're going to give it back to mom. You know they are, because the mom didn't do anything wrong, quote unquote.
Yeah. Aaron's like, same thing, has 5 rounds in an accident.
Not only that, I guarantee if he gets out on bail, he'll be back at home with her and the baby. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. She'll be trying to get him out, and she can handle it herself.
No, he might have had one of them stupid triggers they put on Glocks that makes them go almost like auto.
Oh, the GAT trigger system?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's probably, oh, I love my baby daddy. Your child is dead. And maybe he didn't do it. Like I said, who? The gangster ghost did it? Then where'd the bullets come from? People are so people like that shouldn't even deserve to have kids.
No. Well, we've said that before, that there should be a system where if you wanted to have children, you need to go before like a board where they decide whether you should have children. You know, are you financially stable? Are you mentally fucking stable?
Is your IQ over 6?
Well, you know, that pretty much rules out some of the South there, bud. We did bread out.
Well, I just said I saw some. Well, I ain't gonna say it. Go join the Patreon. We're gonna hear that story. It's on there. This next one, Louisiana. This one, 16-year-old got shot by the cops.
I bet you earned it.
He's a carjacker, and he was shooting at the cops when they shot at him. I got a little video. We probably won't watch the whole thing. I don't know. I put the shorter one up there. Let's see what Adam has to say before we jump into it. Adam says, I'm curious of what a toxicology report would show if there was another person in the home being shot at that no one is willing to speak up about, and what the mother's involvement was. Guy came home, caught her in bed with the guy she was texting, and he killed the kids, trying to kill him. And so, you brought up a shit ton of great points that could have happened there. And
I mean, it is.
Mom's trying to hide something. Mom's definitely trying to hide something.
Imagine if it comes out in court that she was fucking some dude and that, he came home and caught her and instead of killing her, killed the kids. Either way, he's still going to prison for life for killing the kids.
Yeah, I would say I wasn't shooting at the kids. I was shooting at that dude that had his dick in her. But,
yeah.
Sarah says if it was mine, he'd better beg to stay in jail where I could.
Oh, fact. If it was a relative of mine, if that was my nephew's, hell no.
What's up, David?
No, he gets out, he's going under.
David, did you take care of that deal with your mama's car the other night? Hope that worked out.
Yeah, he came back right
when we were leaving.
Yeah.
I didn't know if everything worked out okay or not.
Oh, in the middle of all this crazy shit, Dan from Burley Boards, his board came in that I ordered. Holy shit, y'all, it is not a toy. I thought I was just getting like a cutting board like you would get at Walmart or whatever, and I was just supporting a friend. Hell no. If somebody breaks into your house, grab this thing and hit them with it. They're dying, okay? This is a plank.
Did you bring it with you?
I wish I brought it with me, but it probably wouldn't show up on the green screen. It is heavy. It is very durable. You can throw it around, whatever. You could cut whatever we want on it. You ain't got to worry about damaging it. It is a beautiful piece of art. I suggest you go check him out at least.
Well, go check Burley Boards out on Instagram. He put I follow him on Instagram. He just put up a whole bunch of pictures of a whole bunch of these cutting boards that he made, and they are absolutely gorgeous.
And he does them the size too. Don't do what I do and usually ask for the largest one because it was like 4x8.
But he does.
Thank God I didn't order that.
He does great work. So
yeah, he does.
Go check Dan out. So all right, let's get back to the 16-year-old. I think the carjacking took place in Terrytown, which is on the west bank of New Orleans and Jefferson Parish, more towards the Algiers area and stuff like that. I know all this because I used to live down there. But let's go get you one there. Let me put
Father
this video
accused of shooting his own children. His 5-year-old daughter did not survive, and his 8-year-old son is improving, but still.
Right here. It's a very nice looking area right here. It was in a park in the Algiers area, I believe.
Algiers, ain't that in the Middle East?
Algiers, not. No, this is the wrong video I put up. Anyway, it's long. They just.
I like them oak trees.
Approximately 2 hours later,
NOPD, bald-headed guy, just the sheriff, Jefferson Parish.
Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office called.
We're gonna do this whole thing. It's long and it's hard to hear them. I can hear the bugs real good. They need to turn their mics on. But anyway, they did shoot 16-year-old. They're investigating it. He got shot in the leg. Unfortunately, he's not going to die, so he will be out back on the streets to rob and steal other people's cars at gunpoint, and then he'll brag about it because I got shot by the cops before and act like he's all Billy Badass stuff. Well, he ain't a future felon. He is a felon. He's just going to be future in the prison for the rest of his life, or he's going to be pushing up. He's going to be worm food because that's the only place this kid's heading to. So,
Aaron, that's where Marie Laveau lives. Is in them swamps right there with that moss.
Marie Laveau was buried in a cemetery in New Orleans.
She goes, "Ooh, another man done gone." I'm sorry, there's some creepy shit about Louisiana.
Yeah, when we were down on Bourbon Street, we went into a voodoo shop, and Melissa did not like it at all. She
is very spiritual.
And she left out of there, especially when we saw looking at the voodoo chicken feet and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I bought this Cajun voodoo, like a pot plant magnet. I love that thing. She was like, don't keep that in the fucking car. It's on my beer fridge.
This next one is for you.
That's me. Oh, this is beautiful because this is actually right here up the road. Basically, we're going to I don't even need this. I'm going to throw this over here. All right. So, all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the day, it wasn't at night, wasn't in the morning. It was just flat out like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You had, I guess that's a gentleman right there, the male. He ran out the road and started running down this dirt road. And Becky came out behind him and just started blasting him. Boom! And he got hit and he was running and she hit him again. He just kept dumping loads into his back as the motherfucker was running, screaming, "Uncle Joe, I'm tired of you touching my pussy." And he just kept running, going, "I'm sorry, you were 14, you're 42 now, get over it." And she goes, "No," and shot him a fucking again. And she chased him down this road in the middle of the fucking day, just mag dumping.
I think it was in a trailer park.
It was in a trailer park, but there was a road, and they were running down the middle of this trailer park. And all the neighbors came out and they said, "Well, I heard the gunshots. I figured they was just out shooting in the backyard. I didn't know what they was doing." Because I watched the video and everything. But no, Becky Sue got tired of being touched on her punani, and she blasted him in the back. And he eventually crawled up to a church. He army crawled like Lieutenant fucking Dan. And he said, "Help me." And by the time the preacher said, "You're forgiven," he died. He died of his fucking gunshot wounds on the church's steps. She is in jail. She's got to go to prison for a while, but she does allege.
Well, we'll say
she alleges that Uncle Joe.
We don't know because they haven't released Becky's name because they said it's a good possibility she is a victim of a sex crime.
Right, she was being touched, so she took it into her.
Mr. Dead Man.
She called the sheriff's department. Sheriff said, "Now, did you wear that short breeches around him again? Did you bend over and touch your toes? Is that what you did?"
No, but why you think? But Mr. Sheriff, why you think I got a 3-eyed baby?
Right.
He's got 3 eyes and 15.
You're smacking my Marlboro Slims.
15 toes and 8 fingers.
Yep. So she mag dumped into that fucker, and he's dead. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, I'm just cracking jokes, but if he was pediddling her, his relative, and nobody would ever help, and she decided to take shit into her own hands.
Whatever he did, she just saw him walking down the road at the trailer park and said, "Oh, I don't think so." Got a gun and blasted his fucking ass.
Yeah, she said, "Where you going, Uncle Joe?" He says, "Your new cousin down here. She just turned 13.
Yeah.
That don't make it no capital felony no more." And she said, "No, you ain't doing that to little Pecky." And popped his ass. I don't know what happened, but either way, he is fucking dead. If they give her the fucking, hey, good to go, then we obviously know that he was a diddler.
Yeah, if she gets out, she needs to hook up with Precious. Nobody will ever find her.
That's it. Hook up with Precious, baby. Bitch is still on the run.
If you find Precious, they'll never find you because Precious is still out there. Haven't found her yet.
I think she went and hid in the swamp. They ate her.
Adam says in our state of Louisiana, it's open season as far as is for shooting a carjacker in the process of an attempted jacking with a person still in the vehicle.
Oh yeah, armed carjacking is definitely a forcible felony. You could blast a bitch for it.
Aaron says voodoo isn't something to play with. I know, Aaron. I named my penis Voodoo, and the wife won't play with it no more. I'm just joking.
No, now Bam sits at the end of the bed like chicken feet.
That's why I keep extra mags in my truck. When one is empty, I reload and continue to unload. Aaron says it had to be. JoJo, are you asking what poo nanny is? Yes.
No, Roy, I don't believe the young lady is out of jail. I believe she's being held until they investigate.
Yeah, they got her charged with second-degree murder.
Yeah, you don't just shoot somebody while, chasing them down the street in the back that many times and fucking walk.
Dead as fried chicken. I like fried chicken. You're making me hungry, David.
Yeah.
Roy says, I can't believe... No, she's not out, Roy. But unfortunately, we don't have... Do they have conjugals in Florida? Because Roy is looking for a date.
Look, Aaron, as of January 1st, everything is legal in fucking Chicago.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that coming up Wednesday. But y'all come back Wednesday. We're talking about some shit in Aaron's state over there. Yeah, it'll knock y'all socks off.
Look, at that point, I'm begging anybody that lives in Illinois, get the fuck out. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Well, this next one I have is out of Caddo Parish. This is going to take a few minutes here because Caddo Parish obviously really got some criminals in it. Let's see what David got to say. David says, serious question. Said I lived overseas for 17 years straight, so I'm not familiar with the laws anymore.
Depends on the state, David.
Every 8 years, can you really kill a carjacker if they are armed? I'm going to tell you what I want to do. If somebody comes to carjack me and they pointing a gun at me and I got a gun and I think I can get them before they get me, I'm going to get them.
Yes. Now, once again, a lot of states,
now, if you pull,
in the South.
Now, if you pull your gun out and he takes off running away from you,
you cannot shoot him in the back.
Do not shoot them in the back. You will go to jail for that. But if you pull it out and he's facing you and he's got a gun pointed at you, I'm not gonna sit there and wait for him to start shooting at me. I can tell you that.
No, but there's certain states you need to look and see if your vehicle is an extension of your home. That usually carries the castle doctrine. Like here in Florida, your business, your workplace, your car, a tent, any place you consider a domicile is an extension of your home. Oh, you live in Shreveport? Yep. Open fire.
I will be starting a GoFundMe to pay for my court costs for having me to shoot anyone that comes at me. It's about it's gonna get bad over there, and it's already bad. It's gonna get worse. But Beetlejuice has got your back there, Aaron. Beetlejuice got your back. We are going to Caddo Parish. This was over the Labor Day weekend. These were just some of the people that got arrested. We're just gonna. There's quite a bit of them, and so y'all stay with me here a minute. Let's see where we're gonna start at. We're gonna start right here with this fella. This man right here. That's Damon Lewis. He is in jail for possession of a firearm, concealed weapon by a felon, illegal use of a weapon, aggravated assault with a weapon, possession of a firearm. We already did that. Aggravated flight from an officer. So that's what he did.
Bye, JoJo.
Always leaving us. She's always leaving. She's
gotta go drink her coffee, man. It's early in the morning.
Busy. Next, we have this fella right here. He
Now you know there ain't no damn way that dude was in possession of guns as a convicted felon, because that's against the law.
Yeah, well,
criminals don't do that.
No, they don't. They don't do that stuff. They made it up. This guy right here. This is Mr. Henley Lee Grant Jr.
Okay, beard.
He is he got arrested for domestic child abuse endangerment and domestic abuse of a child endangerment. Oh, he got arrested for 2 of those and also another domestic abuse battery. So obviously he just beat everybody up in the fucking house except himself. So this
David,
dude
that does look like Isaac Hayes.
This dude right here, he's just whooping everybody's ass. Next.
He does look like a skinny Kimbo Slice. Maybe he was just like, hey, fuck it.
This guy right here, he was pissed off because his hair's fucked up. No, that's not why he got arrested. This is Roderick Allen Jackson, Mr. Jackson right here.
Alan Jackson?
Alan Jackson.
Alan
I think
Jackson.
it's the different one. Looks like something happened to him. Got a big scar on the back of his neck right there. And it looked like it hurt. Anyway, he got arrested for aggravated battery. That means he beat somebody up enough.
While he was aggravated.
I don't think it really works like that, but enough to where they had to go to the hospital. Look, I don't go to Caddo Parish because obviously they got a lot of bad dudes over there because they're coming to town. This fella right here, he identifies as a mop. No, he don't. His name is Reginald Alexander. He is booked for a state probation violation because he don't like to follow the rules. Aggravated assault with a firearm, illegal possession of stolen things, and obscenity. So he needs to keep his dick in his pants, obviously.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. This fella right here.
That's an exposure down here.
Dogged bounty. No, it's bounty hunter. That is Timothy McCall right there. He is booked for what? Cruelty to juveniles.
What? It's Thor.
Yeah, aggravated battery means a weapon was involved or victim needs medical assistance. That's why I say you might send somebody to a hospital or something or hit them with something.
No, that's probably a fucking kid walked up and said, you know what, fuck you, old man, get out of my way. And that dude finally turned around and said, all right, I'm just going to beat the shit out of you.
But that dude, cruelty to juveniles, he's poor guy, all right? Piece of shit. Next,
I'd like to hear more about that.
Next, well,
tells me he's a good guy.
That's all I got right here. This fella right here, he got arrested while he was breaking in a store and stuck his finger in an electrical socket. No.
Look, people, don't stick your fingers places you wouldn't stick your penis.
Exactly. It'll make your hair stick up on top of your head like that. That is Demaray Jenkins, however you say his first name. He is booked for, and I told you, look, I didn't even know, home invasion and violation of a protective order. So obviously he probably broke into his girlfriend's house that he'd beat up before at one time, or she was scared that he was going to beat her up.
How little his ears are.
He does have little ears. Maybe
Maybe
he didn't hear right. That's the problem. He didn't hear right, so he didn't know it was a protective order. Because he's got little ears. He's got baby ears. Next, we have Roy's future wife. This is Sarah McLean. She is booked for aggravated battery.
Sarah McLean, wasn't that Bruce Willis's wife?
Yeah, I think it is. And
she's not terrible looking beside them ears.
Roy, you still here? Look, Caddo Parish right here. Could bond her out and probably take her to eat somewhere. Anyway, she got arrested for aggravated battery and criminal trespassing. So she went somewhere and beat somebody up.
Probably at a strip club. Looked like she works at a titty bar. She got fired, went back, beat the boss's ass. I'll give you a blowjob to keep my job, and you fired me anyway, you fuck.
I don't know. No. This is Roy's second wife after he divorces the other one. This is Tori Ante. She was booked for aggravated battery and criminal trespass. I guess maybe did they beat each other up?
It's possible, or they did it together.
I don't know.
They both look like they work at a strip club. But only a black light would make that girl look attractive.
Well, you got to have some stripper light going on. That's why they call it stripper
you're right.
light. That's why they call it that, yeah. Then we got, who else we got? There we go. We got this nice lady right here. This is, I'm trying to say his name. Chanter. I can't say it. Chantoria. How do you say that? Chantario King. I'm guessing. I'm not good with the name. Well, that's her. She is booked for threatening a public official.
Right, David.
Booked for threatening a public official, resisting a police officer by force, battery of a police officer, and simple assault. So basically, she said, "I have your job, motherfucker," and he was trying to arrest her for the simple assault, and then attack the cops because she thinks she didn't have to go to jail. Well, she is in jail now.
I always love that. I'm not going to jail with you.
No,
going with somebody, motherfucker.
You're right. Going to jail with him. Let's see what we got next. Like I said, they've been busy over there. Very busy in Caddo Parish. This is Mr. Reggie Williams. I am glad I can be able to say his name. What did he go to jail for? What do you think he went to jail for?
Singing the blues.
I don't know, but yeah,
he has a baby face.
He does, but his ears are symmetrical. Look, they kind of right side.
No, look,
he's got
his
good
one
skin.
eye is a little bit bigger.
I don't know. He's got
and
good
his one
skin.
ear is a little bit bigger, and his other ear is smaller, and so is the eye on
But
that
he's got
side.
a very good complexion. He must moisturize.
Probably.
You think he moisturized? I think he does. Mr. Reggie Williams, he got arrested for manufacture and distribution of a Schedule I armed robbery and second-degree murder. Baby-faced. Been a bad boy right there. Yeah. His profile will be available on dataconvict.com in the next few years.
Yeah, that's a real fucking thing, right?
Well, so, I wasn't joking. He will be. This right here, we got Grandpa Williams.
Is that where you live, David? Yeah.
He said, I gotta move out of Caddo Parish. Yeah, you there? You might want to get the. This was just over the Labor Day weekend. This wasn't even a misdemeanor. This was just a felon. Mr. Frederick Stamps Sr. right here. This man right here.
Morgan Freeman.
What you think he got booked for?
Not returning his library books.
Yeah, you're correct. And when he did, the librarian says, "You owe us 50 cents. He's late." And what he did, he pulled out a gun and said, "Bitch, I ain't paying you nothing." And he got charged with aggravated assault with a firearm.
Yeah, because that's basically all aggravated assault is.
Then the next one, I think it's our last one. Bang, right here. What did he do?
Oh, I'm waiting.
What did he do? Do you know what he did?
Oh, God. He stole a shrimp boat and went on a cocaine run to fucking Mexico. Yeah, insurance fraud?
That's Mr. Jeffrey Lindsay.
Lewd conduct with livestock.
He robbed a Winn-Dixie. And with livestock.
Well, it's livestock, but they got bugs.
I know, but he might have some lice in there. That's where. Anyway, no, he got arrested for domestic abuse battery with his same-sex sexual partner. I don't know. I just made that up.
Is that his same-sex partner on the right? They just look like each other?
Yeah, they're twins.
Is the one on the right shorter?
Yeah, they look a little like each other. But anyway, he got arrested for domestic abuse battery, possession of a firearm by a felon.
No.
Yes.
No, felons won't own guns.
Yeah.
They're not allowed. They know it too.
Yeah, and because it says that, and it says that, it was around a no school zone too. I mean,
they should have told him, been like, "Sir, Put the gun down. You're not allowed to have it. He must not have known.
And I forgot to put one up, his picture up here, because I had so many. But anyway, they had a Javari Davis. Mr. Davis was booked for in-state fugitive, domestic abuse battery 2, another count, domestic abuse battery, child endangerment, domestic abuse, child endangerment, in contempt of court, and violation of a protective order. Mr. Darius likes to beat his women and his kids. If you ever meet anybody named Javaria Davis, do not date him. They're going to put him on the maybe side on dataconvict.com. And that's it. All I have for Caddo Parish.
I know damn well you're going to have a video for this next one.
I do not. I could not pull
really?
It. It would not pull it. No.
All right, so everybody story time at Holstera, because this used to be my dream.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I might. Let me think. Go ahead and start reading.
All right, so basically a couple days ago, one of the major intersections of Tampa, Florida, was 301 and Adamo. You can look it up. It's basically one of these clusterfucks, 6 lanes west, 6 east, north, and south. Basically, it is a major intersection in the middle of what I would consider one of the shittiest parts of Tampa.
I do have it.
Okay, you do have it?
Yeah, I'm just going to do the screen share.
All these individuals decided that they were going to get out of the car for no apparent fucking reason this day.
Hold on a second. Let me do the screen share, and I'm going to have to adjust your mic, okay? So you don't.
No, go ahead. I'll let them watch the video.
You don't echo. Let me rewind it if I can. It don't really have audio. They just got music playing on it, so. Y'all have to deal with it. Anyway, this is the video.
The music makes it better.
I don't want to get copyrighted. It's like this dude's like, oh, I'm coming help. There's a party.
Yeah, everybody joins in and starts helping, and then they just start swinging on each other. There is... As you see the little laughy faces in the Instagram, this is fucking hilarious.
Somebody lost their shoes.
Oh, they're all going to lose their shoes.
That woman just picked his shoe. She said, I'm taking these. These are some Jordan.
The group of white dudes haven't approached yet.
What it is? That's white guys, ain't it?
Oh, yep. They're all just beating the shit out of each other. Now, remember, they all just met at this fucking red light. There's no reason. They just felt like...
Get out of the way, black car, you little Nissan.
Yeah, they're like, we're getting the fuck out of here before somebody starts shooting, which is average.
Oh, he's got the necklace on. Anyway, this was the beginning of it. That guy was taking a nap on the ground.
Probably got knocked the fuck out. Well, like, this is gangster, y'all. Like, that area, that is one of them areas that, like, you see that red light? If you don't have a gun in the car, you might run that at nighttime.
Oh, he just got rocked.
Oh yeah.
Look, she's like, I got 5. I got 5 on him. The girls are betting on the fight. These people are like, look, that car just took off. They're like, fuck y'all, I'm leaving.
Because they know that it's going to end up in gunshots.
Wow.
Like, that particular area is as bad as, like, New Orleans.
Look like work. David says how he thought he was being bad by violating all them HOA rules. Not quite. Anyway, that's all the stories I had.
No, it ain't.
Well, the other one isn't for our competition here.
Okay. Well, it's not for our competition, but just keep in mind, everybody, that the competition this evening is to see which one's crazier, the fucking Louisiana people or the people in Florida.
So who do you think's going to win if you want to vote? Is it Florida man or Louisiana man?
Yeah, Florida or Louisiana man. And I'll read this while you guys are going ahead and voting. A Sarasota man spent 3 days lost in a swamp after losing his entire arm in a gator attack. Eric Murda said he spent 3 days lost in Lake Manatee after losing his arm to a gator, Florida Fish and Wildlife said. There have been 22 gator reported attacks this year. This is not the story. So basically, the video and stuff that I seen from the young man, he decided he was going. He basically went out to this gigantic Lake Manatee. Okay, it's just like wildlife preservation, and he was alone. And if you ever seen a picture of the man, he is a tweaker. So he's seen, hey, I need to go on the other side of Lake Manatee. And he decided, I'm going to just jump in and swim across. Well, about halfway across, he states that he looked to his side and realized there was an alligator. And the alligator said, hey, you're not supposed to be here. You're not a manatee. And it bit his arm. Well, they went in and wrestling and stuff, and he was pretty sure that he was going to drown. He said, but after so long of them arguing and going back and forth, the gator did what we all know is a death roll. And when he did that, he removed his entire arm from his socket. Just completely took his arm off. And the man, and then he just took the arm, and the gator just, whoop, he's gone with the arm. And the man swam up to the shore and proceeded to walk around looking for how to get the fuck out of this enclosure now. Because down here we got state parks, so they got big 10, 12-foot chain link fences with barbed wire on the top. And so finally he's yelling. Somebody goes, hello? And he goes, help. And the guy goes, what the fuck are you doing over here? The man goes, I've been attacked by an alligator. I'm missing my arm. I need help. The guy takes a closer look at him. He goes, holy shit. So they hurry up and rush him to the hospital. And supposedly after losing his arm, he survived 3 days in the Everglades. Which I don't understand how the rest of them didn't get fucking eaten. Or he didn't bleed out. That don't make any sense. But he now is just happy to be the one-armed man in an ass-kicking contest. He did not get his arm back. No. But he learns, and his story to you is go around next time. Don't swim across the fucking...
Well, he can't swim across. He only got one fucking arm.
You can tread water, motherfucker. He made it to shore somehow.
Well, ain't nobody voting. We just have to draw it up or something. Aaron says he got himself put in Facebook jail again. He's on YouTube over the GoFundMe comment.
Really?
Yeah. How much time did they give you this time, Aaron? I'm surprised Roy's been out for as long as he has. He's an habitual offender.
Oh, we've got some good STDs down here in Florida, Adam. You got to remember that we're the capital in the United States for LGBTQ and transgenders. We actually have a transgender party every year in Tampa, where they walk the streets.
Yeah, well, we got marriages that's real bad with HIV and shit like that too.
Well, yeah, that's all the fucking needles sharing and shit.
Inciting. He said you were inciting violence because you wanted to GoFundMe.
Yeah, but he's from Chicago, so you can't do that.
Oh, do you say?
Tell him, please stop hitting me.
This is just a 24-hour one.
You gotta blow your rape whistle.
Well, I don't know.
Without a doubt, Florida people are fucking crazier.
I think on this one, I'm gonna give Florida this one because he had the 8-year-old. They had that one. The deputy got fired. That one just pissed me off. But you got the 8-year-old got killed. No, I'm gonna give him that.
Handed over the jail.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give Florida this one this time.
You should ask the sheriff up there. Be like, Sheriff, you ever thought about handing over the jail to a civilian?
Yeah, he would ask me. He'd probably drug test me.
No, he'd probably say, hey, where the fuck did you hear that? And just be like, I got a buddy. You should hear this story.
Yeah. Well, I want to say this one. I ain't even going to save it for Wednesday. Which state was that in? Was that in Florida? Which state was that in? They had some cop. I think he's in stable condition at the hospital.
That narrows it down.
So, because he shot himself accidentally in the chest.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking shot himself by accident with his own duty weapon in the chest, off duty at his house. Explain to me, how do you do that? Didn't you say? Tell him what you found out.
Oh, Well, like I said, he was just sitting there and.
Oh, so you didn't know? You just made it up.
Shit up. No, I made it shit up. I just thought it was hilarious. I said he was sitting there because he's a sheriff's deputy and he had his sidearm and he's like, I'm gonna learn how to spin it real fast, drop it in the holster. Well, you don't do that with rounds in a chamber, guys. Glocks are not the same as revolvers.
He actually might have tried that shit. I don't.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know,
because
sure it was
I don't understand how else would you shoot yourself in the fucking chest?
Yeah, because you would have to be swinging the gun out front in order. I mean, unless you're just doing it with the thumb. But either way, bro, you did that shit on purpose.
Or his freaking wife shot his ass in the argument, and he don't want her to go to jail, and he's saying he accidentally did it himself because he can't say I tried to kill myself because now you're suicidal. So I bet you he's making some excuse. I bet you his wife shot his ass.
Now that's totally probable.
The wife found out he was cheating, pumped around in his ass,
or he just didn't take the garbage out,
or he didn't put the seat down or pick it up. He peed on the seat.
Very possible too. David, you're talking about Polk County's Sheriff Grady Judd, the sheriff in the United States.
We love Grady Judd.
If I ever get a second to sit down and record a 5 or 10 minute episode with Grady Judd, I will, because he's one of my all-time idols. I believe that every sheriff in the United States should be the identical epitome of that man. Perfection to the tenth.
We're looking for so-and-so because she's crazy.
Yep.
And
we shot him a lot.
Yeah, that one's like, well, the news asked, well, Sheriff, why did your deputies only shoot him? Why'd your deputies shoot him 68 times? Because we didn't have 69 bullets.
Yeah, then we ran out of ammo.
Yes. Let's see. Adam said he was looking down the barrel. The dog farted, caused attention, dropping the barrel lower. Squeezed while he was asking the dog what the hell he had. He might have, like I said, I
like Adam's fucking stories. He comes up with some good ones.
I think the dude's wife shot his ass. I'm telling you.
It's probable.
And he's covering for her.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be an IA investigation. He might get fired.
Yeah, but he don't want. It's just like that domestic violence stuff. It's like, I know he beat the hell out of me, but I love him. I was just in court.
And if he goes to jail, you lose your paycheck.
And then, well, I was just in court the other day, domestic violence thing, and this thing. They're like, well, sir, it's like they were in there together. She stood up. No, Your Honor, we're good. I love him. He'll never do it again.
Now, do your state's attorney allow you to prosecute if they drop the charges?
They can, but a lot of times they're just like, fuck it, because it's hard to get a conviction.
And no victim of crime.
And it's like, but it's like, she is in there. It's like, oh no, I love him. But no, he splurged and he got me the Hershey bar with the almonds in it this time. He loves me. I just didn't get the plain Hershey. This one.
He said I could have a Blizzard instead of just a milkshake.
Yes, with the Reese's Pieces in it. It was delicious, just like E.T.
in the middle.
It was so good. He loves me so much.
On the way home from court, he just punches her in the mouth and says, "Bitch, you ever call the cops again, I'll kill you."
It's like
that's how it goes, and then they call us as soon as they get home.
Yeah, it's like
fucking rinse and repeat.
Same house over and over and over again. Well, glad y'all decided to join us on a Friday evening.
Shit, we're running an hour over.
Yes, we've been doing this a while. Like I said, we appreciate everybody. We'll be back Sunday evening, probably around 7 or so.
7 Central. 8 Eastern.
For now, not on this one. You have to go to Liberty Freedom Whiskey Podcast Facebook page and sign up on that one, or the YouTube channel. Or the YouTube channel if you want to watch our political one where we talk about politics. Now, there's nothing like getting fired because your prostitute girlfriend fired off around while you're in the bathroom 3 minutes after posting Facebook pic in your uniform, smoking a joint, holding your duty weapon with you in the background. That's correct.
And the fucking name tag would be showing too. You're like,
that's correct.
Oh, God.
Yes, but join us over there on Liberty Freedom Whiskey. We're going to be talking politics over there. And y'all be safe.
Have some more fun.
Y'all be safe this weekend. Remember to always tell the truth. Smile. Take care of your partners out there. We're out. Thanks for watching. And remember to smile, because Iceman could always be behind you. We're out.